What's up, family? Bet online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, events with first to market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league from the MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts, who's a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio. All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. New head coach, McNeese State, Gary Goff, with me here at the Cowboys out of Southland Conference doing big things. Coach, how's things going over there in Lake Charles, man?
Man, things are going good. It's a little hot now, but things are going good.
I hear that. Let me ask you, what's hotter, the Georgia humidity or the Lake Charles humidity? Which one's hotter?
Well, actually, I spent a lot of time in South Georgia. It's pretty hot over there too, but the humidity here is a little bit worse because we're right on the water. So it's pretty bad.
I hear that, man. Let me ask you, you took this job in East State, man. You was I'm a model of Dr. State for so long as a head coach. You played there. So what about coming to Lake Charles really resonated with you and your family and say, hey, let's make this move over here to join McNeese, man?
Well, very similar about us. I mean, obviously about us there, we had some great tradition, a lot of success, and continue to do that now. McNeese State had a very rich tradition as well. They were one of the longest winning streaks in FCS football. The thing that really stuck out to us, the community loves McNeese football. The leadership on campus here, the president was an All-American middle linebacker that played here at McNeese State. The athletic director's been a coach for 26 years. So, the direction of the university and the program they want to take it to, it just kind of excited us.
Yeah, yes. Heath Schwartz, I knew that guy in 2012 when he was coaching UT Martin. I remember,
really?
Because I went to Tennessee State, so I knew him as a coach at UT Martin. So it's funny seeing him now as the AD when I actually see him on the sidelines coaching his butt off for the Skyhawks back in the day, man.
Oh, he's going to be a lot of fun to work for. He's a tree shaker and wants to get things done and moves quick, so it's exciting.
Now, man, Coach Goff, my father's 81 years old. He was a coach, man. And, on Father's Day, I saw his phone blow up. Like all his players, he always tells me all the time, Coach Goff, that, hey, you're my only son, but I got 10,000 sons from coaching all these years. So I kind of want to ask you, like, what is your why? What made you want to get into coaching and have this lessons impact you and young men the way you have so far?
Yeah, I had no desire to get into coaching, never even really thought about it. I was in the corporate world right after college for about 3 years and decided if I was going to work 80 to 90 hours a week, I better do something I love. And then I got into high school coaching there at Woodstock High School and Cherokee High School there in North Georgia. And then doors just started to open for me. And, we kind of walked through them. Me and my wife made that decision before we had kids. But, my why is to have a positive impact on young adults' lives. I think football is one of the best resources and tools to teach discipline, to teach teamwork, to teach accountability. The wins and losses, I know that's why I get paid, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to help change lives and teach these young adults that we're going to all go through some tough times, but as long as we stay focused and with, positive reinforcement, positive motivation with each other, to help from family and friends, we can get through anything, and that we can all have impacts on lives. And just like you said about your father, some of the best moments are when guys have done playing for you, and 4, 5, 15 years down the road, they're still reaching out to you. Coach, hey, just had my first child. Coach, just got a promotion. Coach, happy Father's Day. I mean, that means you've impacted people in the positive way.
No doubt. It's funny to me, because my father still coaches in his own way. Coach, he has a legal pad out when watching football games. He's charting down things, inside zone, outside zone, T stunts. He's still charting stuff. 81 years old. We watch a game together. I'm like, Dad, relax, man. It's okay.
Be a fan. Just be a fan.
He can't do it. He just can't turn off that coaching in him. He can't turn it off. And his brother, 73 years old, coaching St. George, Massachusetts. Uncle Dave was still out there coaching linemen, 73 years old. So it can't get out of their blood at all. My uncles don't know my father.
That's hilarious.
He drives my mom crazy too.
Oh yeah, I bet. You can't turn the coaching off.
yes, indeed. And I feel like it's good, man. McNeese is a great university, and Louisiana, like you said, loves their football. How's it been building bonds with your young men, showing them who you are, what you're about, and showing them, hey, I chose you guys. Because sometimes when the coaching change, the guys feel funny, but to let them know I chose y'all. Want to come here and help you young men be better players and develop as grow into grown adults and impact this community of Lake Charles and beyond where you came from.
Yeah, this is my third head coaching job I've been fortunate enough to take over, and each time's difficult, right? It doesn't matter if you're taking a program that's never won before or a program that's won a lot of championships. It doesn't matter. It's difficult. A lot of people don't like change, right? Or if they want change, they want it on their terms. They don't want it on somebody else's terms. So coming in here was no different than going into TIFF and about Austin State. There was some excitement around it. There's some part of the team that want the change and they'll run through a brick wall on day one for you. And then there's always some that are a little hesitant and who's this new guy coming in here and changing things up. So, I think you got to make sure you always realize you're dealing with young men who are very emotional. They might have loved a coach that's left them. They might have disliked a coach that's left them, but there's a lot of emotions involved. And for me and my staff, we got to kind of set those emotions aside and just show them, hey, we're here to help you. We're here to work with you. We're not here to fight with you or hey, look, listen to me. I'm running the whole show. I tell them day in, day out, it's their team. I'm here to assist them and work with them. I'm not having them work for me. Once they are around you and see that you're going to have a standard set and you're not going to stray away from that, then they start to get on board and say, okay, well, hey, he wants to do things the right way and he's going to hold us accountable. But it's never easy, especially those first, 6 months or so. I will say this, we got about 105 guys that have been here all summer. They're working extremely hard and they are starting to build that trust bond between the coaches and each other. And that'll carry. It's very, very important. The one thing about Valdosta State and why they were so successful there and year out is, they're fierce competitors, but more importantly, they know that the community's behind them, the coach staff's behind them, sunshine or rain. And then, they expect to go out there and do great things. And that's the hurdle we've got here is to make that next step and change that culture because we've got a great community here that loves McNeese State football. That's really exciting. I mean, that part is even stronger than in South Georgia. So I've been really excited about that. But we need everybody. We need the community's help. We need the administration's help. We need the players, the coaches. If we're going to win championships, it is everybody together. And that is what is very good about Austin State.
And what I want to ask you is kind of a question about that, Coach Goff, is scholarship-wise, how can you explain the difference between D2 and FCS for scholarship-wise? I know you can split it up, scholarships up on both levels, but how different is it from D2 to FCS for scholarships for football?
For me, quite a bit. We were not fully funded there at Valdosta State, so we didn't play with the full 36. Here at McNeese, we're fully funded, and we actually don't break them up. So if we offer a young man, he's getting a Division I scholarship. So that part's easy. I used to spend a lot of time meeting with families and going over finances and going over how they make ends meet. We don't have to do that part here. We're pretty fortunate in that area. So you get to really focus on talking about your culture and talking about your vision of the program rather than kind of sitting down with the family and talking to them about, hey, you still owe about $15,000. Here is how you might have to pay for it. Those are tough conversations.
No doubt, no doubt. And the Southern Conference is a strong conference, getting stronger. And Incarnate Word's coming back now as well. So talk about the Southern Conference, what you watched on film from your soon-to-be conference mates, and how it's fun the ball will be this fall in that conference, man.
Yeah, no, it's a great conference, and I hope the Gulf South Conference kind of has prepared me and my staff to step into this conference because the Gulf South is the SEC of Division II football. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And the Southern Conference is very, very similar to that. I mean, it's strong from top to bottom. The last place team can beat the first place team on any given Saturday. So we're excited about the challenge. We got a mountain to climb. We understand that. And nobody has these magical X's and O's, but it's all about changing that culture and changing what that team thinks about themselves and getting them all moving in the same direction. And so far, the guys have been working hard.
No doubt. And you've been Louisiana coach. You can draw a 4 or 5 hour direction and find some great talent. You can get it into Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas. So talk about where you're located. Be able to find those diamond in the rough guys who may not go to one of those FBS schools around the area. It might come down to McNeese and really get an opportunity to play because as you and I both know, the Island Sky don't lie. If you can play, they'll find you.
Absolutely. Well, Southwest Louisiana is a hot spot. I mean, we're 2 hours from Houston. And then we're 3 hours from New Orleans. So we're right on I-10, right between those two major cities. And then you can basically draw about a 3 hour radius from our campus and have all the student athletes you could ever dream of. Now, everybody knows that. So it's very competitive when it goes to recruiting. And then that's where obviously the transfer portal has kind of changed the dynamics of high school recruiting some. But I'm a big believer that you've got to recruit high school every year and get a great high school class and then fill in some gaps to the transfer portal. I'm not one that believes you can just make a living through the transfer portal because then you're never going to build that culture, never going to establish that for a long tenure. It's just going to be a 1 year fix.
No doubt. I'm asking you, if you haven't had to recruit Georgia as much as you did being about our state. Talk about the Georgia high school football and the quality of it compared to other states and how the talent you get out of Georgia is kind of like it's ready to play when you get them there on campus as a freshman because they're so taught the game so well as in high school.
Absolutely. I mean, I've said this for years. I mean, Georgia high school football is phenomenal. Maybe I'm a little biased because I coached it and played it there, but no, I mean, the student athletes are very well prepared coming out of high school in Georgia. The coaches are on top of their game. They do a lot of time clinicking. They do a lot of time taking business to college campuses. And when you walk into a high school in Georgia, they pretty much hand you a sheet of paper and here's everything on it, coach. Here's every player. Here's where we see them. So I can't speak highly enough about the high school coaching in South Georgia, particularly. But with that being said, I'm learning kind of the same thing over here in Louisiana. I mean, there's some programs here that are top-notch programs. It'd be really neat if we could take Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and have the top high school programs play each other and see where the chips fall. But we're fortunate. I mean, we're in a region in the Southeast that football is important, and I do believe the Southeast, high school football coaches do a great job coaching the programs.
Let's get coach. When you played in the '90s, man, how was the game changed since you played in the '90s to now? In your opinion, having coached
are you trying to age me right now? What do you mean '90s? No, I was very fortunate to play there at Val State for Hal Mumme and Mike Leach, obviously, and we were kind of on the cutting edge of the air raid back in those days where we threw the ball 80 times a game and not many people did that. But now, I mean, really, you from NFL all the way down to high school, you're going to see elements of the air raid. Pretty much everybody today is running some form of spread, some basis of a spread option, a spread run and shoot, spread air raid, whatever you want to call it. So I think these high school players are growing up doing it. So it's a little bit easier to defend now because defenses are growing up seeing it as well. So I think the game's evolved a little bit from back when I played. It's not just drop back and throw it 80, 90 times a game. We utilize the run game quite a bit, and we utilize a lot of RPOs. Now, we are air raid through and through. Our passing game, our routes, all that is very identical to back in the 90s, but we just package things a little bit differently. And I think you're seeing that at University of Houston with Dana Holgerson, who was my receivers coach. Lincoln Riley, who's now at USC, has changed that a little bit. Oklahoma. I mean, so it's Mike Leach. He's brilliant because he's about the only person out there that's still dropping back and throwing it 90 times a game and being very successful at it. But we utilize the run game quite a bit. So I think it's evolved a good bit.
No doubt. Last one for you, coach. This is a very, very important question because I'm a foodie. So in Lake Charles, man, what's your favorite spots in Lake Charles, coach? Talk to us about that.
This is the honest to God's truth. I have not had a bad meal since I've moved here. I have had to up my workouts to 6 days a week almost, so I'm not gaining 15 or 20 pounds. But I love the spicy Cajun food. I love seafood. Every restaurant's got that. Bodine's here in Lake Charles has the best crawfish and seafood you could ever eat. But I'm telling you, every restaurant, every corner is really, really good. So we're spoiled when it comes to food here.
I told my friend, my best friend lives in Opelousas. I told him I'm gonna come up there. I said I could go come up there and see you all play. I said, hey, he's a Georgia guy. He said we'll go up there. So my best friend Alec lives down there in Opelousas. I told him we got to come see you play this fall, man, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Coach Goff, thanks for talking to me today on the show, man. It was real fun. I look forward to promoting your program, man, over the years, man, helping you guys as well, man. This was very fun. This game real soon, Coach.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And hey, not only am I say go Cowboys, but I got to tell you this too. Hey, go Braves. I'm a big Braves fan. I'm watching them every night. So keep them Braves going over there now.
Yes, hey, I tell you all the time, I'm a TBS Braves baby. The Fresh Prince, 735 Braves baseball. That was my childhood.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
The Skip Carey Rain Delays and the Joseph Scoreboards with the Rain Delays. Fresh Prince.
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yes.
So, well, hey, thanks for having me and take care. Best of luck to you.
Anytime, Coach. Thanks so much, buddy.
You bet.
What's up, family? Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league from the MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts, who's a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio.